Hey guys, welcome to another Digital Pixel here. In today's video, I'm going to go over the kWh light strip calculator. It's a template that will figure out your wattage, your voltage, how many strip, and even your injection point for your LED strip. Holiday comes up, like Christmas or July 4th, wherever, and you decide to put up some strip light, this calculator will save you a lot of time and figure out all your strip, how much you need to purchase, even to create you a purchase list. So that's the cool thing about this here. The reason why I developed this is because I am working on a project and I've created, I generate all this information, so I might as well share it and with you guys. That's the reason why I made it. So let's get closer here, guys. Let's zoom it up a little bit here. And let me show you here. As you can see, it's up to 6 projects you can enter. So like for example, the project I am working on, you got the front eave, back eave of the house. The eave is of course the bottom of your gutter around the area of the house. And I am only doing the front eave, but at the same time, I got all the information, the distance, the length. So I might as well put the back eave, left eave, right eave, right? And you can get that information from like View software or online. They will have a length of all the dimension of your house. So that's a cool thing. Check out View, you guys, if you need to. So let's jump in back on here. First thing you can see here, like you can input your project name. Mine is front eave, and you got 20 volt. So for example, what kind of strip light are you using? I'm using a DC. You can change that to AC if you want, but I'm using DC. It's low voltage, 24 volt. It's 12 watt per meter, and length is 7.5, and width is 12. And where do you find all this information? You can find it on your strip package when it comes and it's arrived. You can find it there on the strip package. Usually have all that information, and the number of LED roll per roll. For example, it's 12 meters, and this one has 4,700 LED lights in it, so that's quite a bit. And of course, the more density it is, the more wattage it uses, more energy, and then also it's brighter, right? And then you can select if it needs to calculate in meters or feet if you want. In this case, I'm going to use feet. And then, very important here, any project you do with, strip or whatever LED lights, you have a buffer. You gotta have 20% is recommend, and a buffer is basically giving you fluctuation in power, so it won't damage your lights, or you have like flickering and all kind of crazy stuff. So recommend having a buffer. So once you put 20% in there, it calculates each strip how much require watts. So this one, for example, needs 108 watts. So down next here, you go to the length. You can see the length of the eave. So the left side of the house has up to 8 sides. So I put in there as feet, but when you enter that information and it tells you have note, you put 12 feet, 0.5, right? Or 12 feet, 0.6 is equal to 12 feet and 6 inches. So made it real easy. So and then once you enter that, for example, let me show you here. You see how it generates your feet, meter, quantity strip you need, and watt. So quantity strip is how much you're gonna, I'm sorry, not how much you need, but how much it used per strip of that strip. Like let's say 12 meter, right, of a strip. 61% of the 12 feet, right? So let's go back here. Let me delete that. Then you go down to total length. You can see here it adds all your length, your feet, meter, and it gives you your total wattage. So nice thing about that. Then you go down to injection, very important. Now when you have multiple strips and you connect them, sometimes you're not going to have enough watts and voltage to power it, right? So this calculator will calculate that for you, how much injection you need to add into each each project. For example, this is a total length of 105, so I'm going to need 3.3 injection. So very nice, real simple. So I know I need at least 3 points where I need to input, add more electricity into the project, into the strip. And here it shows you project total length E, which is pulling from, of course, total length, and you get total watts required and a total strips required. All right. So I'm gonna need 4.3 strip of early information I enter. I need 4 strip minimum of 5. I'm gonna have extra, right, to finish that project, the left project, Eaves project. Now we're going down here, and next is the power supply. So you need 3.3 quantity, at least minimum of 141 watts. So let's round it up to 200, of course, right? 200. You need at least 200 of 3 strips of 200 watts to power your injection, right? And then your total watts required per buffalo is 464, or you can go out and buy a 500 watts and power all 4 strips. So you can try that and see. With the manufacturer recommend, and of course per your manufacturer, the one that I use, the brand I use, recommend injecting every 10 meters. So that of course changes here. You can change that, and again that depends on what brand, what kind of strip, the density of each strip, and that of course changes. So anything, I should mention this earlier, anything in green you change or you input. Anything in gray is formula, so you don't need to do anything. And anything in blue is total, so you don't need to do anything in those cells, okay? Now we're jumping down here back to the power supplies, okay? So once we figure out the total power supply wattage required plus buffalo, you go down to the watt usage cost calculator. And the cool thing about this one, guys, is you can put how many hours you're gonna light up your strip, right, each night once you get the project done. So let's say I want to do 4 hours per day, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and I have it turned off. It's gonna calculate once you enter the 4 hours how much watts you're gonna use in watts and in kilowatts. Very nice. Okay. So then next here, you go down here, how many days you're gonna turn on. You're gonna just turn on the weekends. So let's say we turn on just the weekend. That's what, 2 times 4, 8 days, right? So you're gonna use 14.9 kilowatts, okay? And then your utility rate cost, you can find out on your utility bill, right? And you input the kilowatts. So for example, say mine charges 22 cents kilowatt, right? And your total cost to power the strip, the project of the left E with 4.3 strip, is $3.27. Really cheap, right? But let's jump on, let's put back 30 days there, and you see it jumped up to $12.26. Okay, so I put that in there so so I can see how much my utility bill goes up. But if you, for example, all 6 projects, you can see that your utility actually jumped up quite a bit. And you jump down here, this is where it will tell you the total of all your projects if you decide to use all 6 projects here. If not, you can always delete these, and then I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong button. You see that? And then it will just leave everything empty. I need to fix that. Of course, I can fix that really easy. But so very nice, guys. You see that? That calculates everything for you. Strips, total strips, watts, all your projects together. Your injection, how many injection you need, your length, total length of the project, how many strips. So once you get all the information down here, it will calculate numbers strip here. I got this. Move this down here. So for example, you need 20 strips, and each strip costs $50. That's $1,000. See, and this is also wrong. Let me fix this here. Go down here. You see, you need total injection, 20 total injection port with 20 transformers. So let's say each transformer costs $50. So you're gonna spend almost $1,000 on your transformers. Okay, and here's your wires, your connectors, wherever you need to input, how many smart controllers or wherever you need, and it will calculate everything for you. So it's pretty neat, guys. Pretty simple. Again, just to keep track of things and make your project a lot easier. And here you can see all your charts. You can compare all your monthly length injection watts strips. Here's a little bit more detailed breakdown of above chart here. You got your length, your watts, your injection, your strip, and your cob strip light project monthly here. The cost, how much your usage per project, right? Windows, trim, roof, eaves, whatever. And then here's your purchase list, which one costs the most, and of course your light's gonna cost the most, right? You can see it. Nice. Okay, but other than that, guys, again, I have a link below if you're interested in the review. It's just very self-explanatory, just a simple spreadsheet, but it will save you a lot of time, a lot of headache when you do a project of a cob LED strip light. Okay, until next time, guys, take care.